Ever wondered how to make authentic Korean kimchi at home? It all starts with the right ingredients. First, we have the Napa Cabbage, the backbone of our kimchi. It's crisp, light, and holds up well to fermentation. Next, the Korean radish, a close cousin to the daikon, lends a sweet and peppery crunch. Then, we have the flavor boosters, garlic and ginger. They infuse our kimchi with a robust, spicy kick. Scallions are next up, providing a fresh, oniony note that balances out the pungency. But what gives kimchi its iconic red hue and fiery flavor? That would be the Korean chili flakes. They're smoky, slightly sweet, and pack just the right amount of heat. Each of these fresh ingredients plays a key role in creating the perfect batch of kimchi, fresh, flavorful, and full of tradition. Now, onto our main ingredient, the Napa Cabbage. This leafy green is the heart of our kimchi dish. It's crunchy, it's refreshing, and it's about to go on a flavor-packed journey. To start, we're going to cut our cabbage. Nothing too fancy here, just a good solid chop. Next, we're going to give our cabbage a salt massage. Yes, you heard that right, a massage, but why, you might ask? Well, the salt will draw out the water in the cabbage, helping it to soften and wilt. This is the beginning of the fermentation process, the very essence of what makes kimchi, well, kimchi. But remember, this isn't a quick rub. We want to be thorough with our salt application. Every leaf matters here, so take your time, ensure every crevice is well salted. A good salt massage will help soften it up and start the fermentation process. And there we have it, the first step to our homemade kimchi. Next up, we're making the heart of kimchi, the paste. This is where the magic truly begins. To make this paste, we're going to blend a few key ingredients. Start with fresh garlic and ginger. These two powerhouses of flavor will give your paste a spicy kick and a warm depth. Now add a sprinkle of sugar. It might seem a little out of place, but trust me, it helps balance the heat and enhances the fermentation process. Then, it's time for the star of the show, Korean chili flakes. These fiery little gems are what give kimchi its iconic red color and distinctive heat. But we're not done yet. To add an extra layer of complexity and depth, we'll pour in a splash of fish sauce. If you're vegan, don't worry. There are plenty of plant-based alternatives that work just as well. This spicy, umami-rich paste is the soul of our dish. With this, you're well on your way to making authentic Korean kimchi. It's time to slice and dice some more veggies. Korean radish, with its crisp texture and slightly sweet flavor, is a staple in kimchi. Slice it into thin strips to ensure it absorbs all the wonderful flavors of our spicy paste. Next up are the scallions. Their gentle, oniony taste brings a subtle sharpness to our mix. Just chop them into 1-inch pieces and you're good to go. Radish and scallions add crunch and flavor to our kimchi. Now comes the fun part, mixing everything together. Our Napa cabbage, having been bathed in sea salt, is now ready for its transformation. But first, let's rinse it thoroughly to remove the excess salt, then drain it well to ensure our kimchi doesn't become too salty. Once our cabbage is cleaned and drained, it's time to introduce it to its new friends. The fiery kimchi paste we've prepared, and those crunchy radishes and scallions. Using your hands, mix everything thoroughly, ensuring each leaf of cabbage is coated with our flavor-packed paste. The radish and scallions mingle with the cabbage, adding their distinct textures and flavors to the mix. It's a vibrant medley of tastes and textures, a true celebration of Korean culinary tradition. As you mix, you'll see the colors come alive, the red paste contrasting against the green and white of the vegetables. It's like a party in a bowl, and everyone's invited. Now, pack your mixture into a jar, but don't just stuff it in there. There's an art to this part of the process too. You see, the real wizardry of kimchi happens during fermentation, that miraculous natural process where our friendly bacteria get to work, transforming the flavors and textures of our ingredients. This is how we get that signature tangy, effervescent kick that makes kimchi so unique. But here's the crucial part. These microscopic maestros need room to perform their culinary symphony. As they work their magic, they release gases. If there's no space in the jar, these gases have nowhere to go, and you might end up with a kimchi explosion in your kitchen. So as keen as you might be to fill the jar to the brim, hold back a bit. Remember to leave some room at the top. Fermentation magic needs space to happen. Patience is key when it comes to kimchi. Once the jar is packed and sealed, the real magic begins. The process we're talking about is fermentation, an ancient technique that not only preserves food, but also enhances its flavors and nutritional value. During this time, the friendly bacteria in our mix get to work, breaking down sugars and transforming them into lactic acid. This is what gives kimchi its distinctive tangy taste, and keeps it fresh for months on end. For the first few days, keep your jar at room temperature. This allows the fermentation process to kick off. You might notice some bubbles or even a slight sour smell. Don't worry, that's a good sign. After that, move your kimchi to the fridge. Remember, kimchi is a living food. The longer it ferments, the more flavorful it becomes. So, let time do its thing and soon you'll have a jar full of Korean tradition and taste.